What's up and welcome, Lipispawns, the Above Limits podcast. Today we're basically waiting to see if there would be any type of retaliation from the Iranian government against Donald Trump's assassination of one of their top generals. And there's a lot. I've been just watching, I've been looking at World Star. I've been looking at Facebook feeds, and the thing that happens right now was such a big decision that Trump made to kill this guy, is that there's a lot of misinformation, or there's a lot of hype on trying to scare people into thinking that there's a lot of Trump started World War III. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we'll see about that. If the Russians and the Chinese get involved in this, which they really haven't. There's not really much of condemnation, other than they said, well, the Russians said it's illegal to have killed them, but I don't know if y'all know, we're drone striking a lot of people, and here's the deal. When things like this happen, you have to watch out where the manipulation of the masses starts to happen. You have, when you start hearing the same old tired arguments being made, and to me they're like weak arguments. It's like, okay, well, you like Trump so much, well, are you ready to go start serving for him? Are you ready to go sign up for the military? Or let's say Trump was Trump. There's a video of Trump saying that Obama's going to start a war with Iran to win an election, and that seems to be what he's trying to do, is to win. That's the only way he can win the election. Also, if Trump tweeted out that he has 52 sites to target in retaliation to Iran's any retaliation from Iran, and their cultural sites, that's considered a war crime. Trying to just very weak arguments to try to any way to discredit Trump, or to make him to try to frame him to something. I don't know. But when you hear these things if that's like the first thing somebody tells you in engaging in some type of intellectual talk with them, then you got to understand that this person that you're talking to is somebody that just has no original thought, and is just listening to what they're being told on Facebook and what they're being told on World Star Hip Hop. And it's like for most people, don't have to worry about what's going on in the government, but when key things like this happen, then everybody's like, so they're such an expert on it, and that this is the end times. I saw on somebody's thing, and I've seen this. Let me show you this one video. It's this is what I seen on World Star today, and I actually saw it on somebody's YouTube. Somebody's Facebook account, and it's this video of this Iraq war veteran speaks out against against war. It's like, this is like the number 2 video on World Star right now, or something like that. And when I saw it on somebody's Facebook, luckily the I don't know if it's true, but they were like, it was like just some girl put it on their Facebook, and then underneath it is like her nana going like, sweetie, that was in 2010. It's like this video is like 10 years old. I guess talking about Afghanistan and Iraq has nothing to do with what happened today, and they're like, well, it's still, like, it says rewind. That means it's an old clip. Like, it's like refuse to take part in criminal wars. It's like this is the type of social programming they're doing to young people. You know, it's pretty terrible. So here's the situation, to get really deep into what the cause of everything. There was a civilian contractor and a couple of U.S. soldiers that were injured. Well, the civilian contractor was killed, and the soldiers were injured. That has nothing to do with with Trump or anything. That's just standard what's happening over there, right? So there's no conspiracy against that. So when that happened, airstrikes were ordered against somebody, you know, people that did the attacks. Supposedly, this is what we got to believe, but you know, not everything's a conspiracy, I guess. You know what I mean? So, but you know, we'll just take them for their word that happened. You know, there was a civilian contractor that was killed, and soldiers that were injured. So they retaliated with U.S. airstrikes. So those airstrikes led to the storming of our embassy in Iraq. And no matter what you say, this actually was happening. This is a U.S. sovereign territory. Every embassy is sovereign territory of the country, and people were trying to burn it down. And so Trump ordered his troops to reinforce the embassy, to get people away from it, and to make the area back into a green zone where there's no threat to anybody that works at this place that is an American citizen. And that's what happens in this situation, compared to Obama, who let people die in Benghazi. That happened. That's true. Trump did the opposite. Now here's the actual part that we need to understand, is that according to the intelligence that Trump says, that the top general from Iran was orchestrating a plot in which he was going to be attacking. It was going to be a big attack against the United States, and so Trump, I guess he did like he says. You know, when he tweets, he'll tweet at Kim Jong Un, don't ever threaten the U.S. government, the USA again, or we'll take you out. We'll burn you and fire, the biggest fire and fury you're ever seen. You know, and this is what he's talking about. He tweets like that. He'll be like, we will bomb you. We will destroy you if you attack us. And you know, that's what a bluff is. Is like, okay, you call me on my bluff. Well, he wasn't bluffing. He killed the number 2 person of their government. You know, so that's a big deal. It is a big deal. World War III status, we don't know. Hopefully that Trump made the right decision. But to get back to the point is that all we can go by is that according to the intelligence that Trump says and was going by, is that this guy was going to do an attack on Americans. So what do you do then? You just be like, boom, you're done. And now that we have everybody in the media like saying, oh, all the presidential candidates for the Democrats, all the progressive Democratic candidates, they're like, oh, this is absurd, and we need Congress's approval, and he should have shared this intelligence with us, and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, so they're against a war with Iran, but all of those people want a war with Syria. So when you hear these people spreading lies, and it's not just the politicians, it's the mainstream media like CNN and MSNBC, the people that are the brainchild of this whole operation, they all want war. So when they say, well, Trump just wants a war, and he was supposed to be put out all these endless wars, and that's what he campaigned on. Well, I mean, none of them are innocent in their thirst for war with other countries. So that you just need to know that up front, and you can't be silly enough to believe anything that they're trying to say to you. But the truth is that the course of events is that, like I said, I'll repeat it. We had a civilian casualty. We had soldiers that were injured. They bombed. They had airstrikes against whoever was responsible in their intelligence. People stormed the Iraqi embassy of the United States, and Trump made the decision to bring in troops, reinforce it, get the embassy done, and he killed the other guy, the general of Iran. That's it. Now, if you go onto like World Star Hip Hop, they're like, okay, here, World War III in full effect, and this stuff is for dumb people. Let's not get this twisted. This is for idiots that don't understand nothing. This is for people sitting there smoking weed, getting high, getting drunk, and neglecting their kids, posting stuff on Facebook about, just, this is not for people that actually are in the know of things. Okay, so World War III in full effect. Iran raises the red flag of revenge, and this is just to scare people. And this is happening all across social media, Facebook, and they like it like this. Iran's supreme leader explains why Iranians chant death to America. That's actually a pretty good video. It does explain why, but it's a good video. You'll just see a lot of them turning this all into meme culture stuff. So I mean, this is what you have to be aware of. So another thing is we'll go back and we'll see things like this where it's like, are we going to war with Iran? Look up there, U.S. war in Iran. Here's what you need to know about the military draft. Like, everybody's worried about drafting, and that's just to scare people into picking their side. Oh, you want to go? You like Trump? Well, he's going to send you to war. He's going to send you to war, and you're going to die. You know what I mean? Like, it's not true. But here it is, man. This is what started it. U.S. civilian contractor was killed. These are people that are fighting against our troops that are still fighting the war. You have a lot of people. You have a lot of people that they're a lot of people that I listen to and that I respect are saying that this is, they're doing this for Israel, and they have some of the same talking points as the side that I despise, the progressives. What I'm saying? I can't stand listening to CNN and MSNBC and all them, but it is a complicated idea, because it goes along the same lines of, like, you have to believe that Trump's intelligence was accurate and was good, and that he's not bullshitting the United States by saying, okay, the general Soleimani was planning an imminent attack against the United States. You have to believe that. Or if you don't believe it, then you don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But those are the things you have to weigh to understand, was Trump right about this? Was this a good decision? But to me, it's like, okay, well, you're calling my bluff. You're still planning an attack. We know you're going to do it. Boom, you're dead. And we killed the second in command of your country. Now, are you going to retaliate? Are you going to chill out now? Or we got to do more? because the next missiles might be like straight to Tehran. You know what I'm saying? And let's say let's think about, even if like let's say if two fighter jets, one from Russia, one from the United States, end up like fighting each other somewhere, and one of them shoots another one down. Does that mean we're in full on world war, where we're in a 2-year-long bloody war being fought, you know what I mean, in cities and stuff, like invasions of countries? I mean, this is what's so loony about our society, is that we've never even seen that. A lot of us have never even seen that in our surrounding, our neighborhood. We don't see tanks running through our neighborhoods and stuff, and we kind of like, it's always like an exaggeration of like World War III, you know what I mean? But the truth is if something like what I said, where the two planes, one from Russia, one from the United States, shoot each other down, it's just like, that was just an instance, you know what I mean? And it could be stopped there. It could be like diplomacy could have been figured out, or the country just be like, hey, that happened, you know what I'm saying? So, basically what I mean is that there's always a call to peace. If something gets out of hand, there's people that are brought in to bring the peace. And, it's not World War III. And we'll just have to really wait and see. But the way our world is it's so, everybody's so manipulated, and everybody's so quick to jump to a side of like, I hate Donald Trump so much, and he's a war criminal. And it's just, I really wish that it was not like that, and that people actually, had evidence and waited to see what's going to happen, and the media didn't manipulate people into, spreading out the whole trend of World War III and the draft and this. I mean, you should listen to. I was listening to Sirius XM, and it was CNN. They were like, they had Trump talking about, it's a sound clip of like Trump, and then it had Joe Biden, and then it had like creepy ass like Arab, like the praying and shit. It's just like, man, y'all are just trying. All y'all are doing. This is just fucking hypnotization, man. Hypnotizing people into just believing that, what is it? It's I forgot what it's called. Something porn, like mental porn or something like that. It's just you're working people up for no reason, and that shouldn't be a motive. That's one thing I hate about the media, is like, the media shouldn't be persuading nobody. The media shouldn't. The news should not persuade people. The news should just tell you what happened, and that's it. What do you feel about it? What do you think about it? It's like, we all feel, we all think, but the problem is that we don't know. We don't know if Trump's intelligence was right. We really don't know if Obama was the creator of ISIS. Some of us believe it, like me, but there's no definite proof of like, yeah, well, all those things that Obama did basically made ISIS. There's people that still don't believe that. You know what I mean? This is Olympus Mons with the Above Limits podcast. Subscribe to the channel, give a like, and like I said, if you like the video, just subscribe and keep on watching. So until next time, see you.